Okay, Coach Gary Mayabb, we're here day one of Greco-Roman at the Cadet World Championships. How are we feeling, Coach?
Feeling very good, very good. The athletes have been awesome. They have our coaches, everybody. So really want it for them, and they've worked hard.
Without spilling too many secrets, how are we feeling about our draws today?
Yeah, I mean, draws are it's World Championships, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of really good athletes. Athletes that placed in the top three at Euros, and Rafinick. We've taken a look at both those tournaments pretty hard.
So what's the prep work look like up to this point for our team?
Yeah, we had a week of camp up at Legends of Gold to start off with. Cadet only invited 35 total, and had great training partners. Wow, I mean, a lot of them had success this week up in Fargo. So we think we had the right guys at the camp, and then came back with a combined camp with both cadet and junior working together at Legends of Gold again. And so had a great camp there. And then 7 days later, we met back up in Chicago at Beat the Streets. Had 2 days of domestic acclimation camp, and that went very well. And Beat the Streets was awesome for us. It just allowed us to control the mat time that we wanted. And like I said, this group really worked.
Yeah. Could you talk a little bit about some of the coaches that are here and
Sure.
working with the kids?
Sure. I mean, the main one, Marty Hauk, the selected coach, USAW, and does a great job. I mean, really hands-on with the athletes. He's done a great job with the planning, putting a lot together, communicating back and forth. There's an awful lot of that because of COVID and everything else, restrictions. So he's been on top of all of it, and he's done a great job. And then Jake Elkins, Ironclad, he's done a great job as well. Been with us almost every camp, and right along the way coming in with this. Ivan Ivanov, obviously, one of the very best in the United States. And so we're very fortunate to have him and to work with him. And he's been working directly with a couple athletes there. And so across the board, really good stuff. Ty Pilot was in on the last camp. Scott Honecker. There's been an awful lot of people that you could still, the list is long, so it's been pretty good.
So we've got two guys on this team that competed in freestyle, had really good freestyle tournaments. Bassett took gold,
Sure.
Mullen took silver. Certainly not unprecedented, but it is a tall order to do both tournaments. How are those guys looking?
They're doing great. I mean, and they Bassett came right off the championship match, and at 7 a.m. this morning he was back in and going. So we were very fortunate that he and his coach, Coach Bassett, those guys, they were right on board with it. And same way with Jim. Jim turned it around, and he's, we had so much fun with him at camp, and so it's great getting him back on with us.
Yeah. So you alluded to it a little bit earlier, but the biggest Greco-Roman tournament, numbers-wise, is going on right now on the other side of the world in the
Right.
U.S. with Fargo. Have you been able to follow along at all? Have you been paying attention?
We have a little bit. It's just about. It's been very busy though, because luckily though, some of the downtime. I mean, we were up reviewing matches for this last night, but we also had the U16 going on with us as well. So it was good, 16U, and it was fun watching that.
So what are our guys going to have to do today to be successful?
Well, we're gonna have to get some push going. We're gonna have to get angles on these guys and really, control the pace. With four of our athletes in particular, those guys are really, they're pace setters, and we need to make that happen. So, but they've, we worked very, very hard on mostly hand fighting and as much parterre as we could get in. And Coach Dominguez was in both camps with us, 1 and 2, and really led us into charge on the parterre side. So very fortunate to have him in.
So a lot of times, the Cadet World Championships might be the first time that guys are going overseas and competing. This team is pretty experienced for a cadet team. We've got a former cadet member, we've got a World Combat Games champ, we've got a lot of guys that wrestled at Pan Ams. Do Do you think you've seen that factor in at all, like in the training or the prep, or even when they're just here on the ground in Budapest?
Well, first of all, they've got great coaches that work with them on a regular basis. Parents are completely involved and built into the system and know what's going on. And it does make a difference. And that's why they were there the first time, and we're fortunate to have them back this time. But you're right. I mean, Corey comes back from a cadet situation, and that's rare, right? Because we had that year off, and most everybody aged out, and Corey just happened to be that first-year guy that we brought in, and we've got a couple of those guys this time too, right? Got 3 guys that are at that underage part, and so that part will, I hope, pay off, not just here, but in the future as well. And then with Jaden, absolutely, U15 world champion, and I think that it does show. It shows in their preparation because they've been there and they know what it's going to take. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck today.
We'll take it. Thank you.